How big data became the hottest trend overnight. Something strange happened, almost overnight. Tech giants, startups, banks, hospitals, everyone started talking about one thing: big data. It wasn't just a buzzword anymore, it became a movement, a gold rush, a revolution. But what really caused this sudden surge in hype? And is it all justified? Stay with me, because the story of big data is bigger than you think. What even is big data? Before we dive into the hype, let's decode the term itself. Big data sounds vague, but here's the simple version. Big data refers to extremely large sets of data, the kind too complex for traditional tools to process. We're talking about terabytes, petabytes, even exabytes of information. It's not just about size, though. There are four V's you'll often hear. Volume, the sheer amount of data velocity, how fast it's generated; variety, structured, unstructured, and everything in between; veracity, how accurate and trustworthy the data is. Imagine every tweet, every purchase, every GPS ping, every smart device interaction, all flowing into a digital ocean. That's big data. And companies have realized it's not just noise, it's gold if you know how to mine it. The spark: why now? So why now? Why didn't big data take off in 2005 or even 2015? Here's the kicker. The infrastructure simply wasn't ready until recently. In the last few years, we saw a perfect storm. Cloud computing became cheaper and faster, AI and machine learning evolved to digest mountains of data. 5G and IoT exploded the amount of real-time data being produced, and the pandemic. Yes, COVID-19 played a surprisingly big role. Organizations were forced to go digital overnight. Supply chains, healthcare, logistics, everything needed real-time decisions. Big data wasn't a luxury anymore. It became essential. Real-world madness. Let's zoom in. How exactly is big data changing the world? In retail, it predicts what you'll want before you do. That's how Amazon suggests your next buy. In healthcare, big data analyzes millions of medical records to detect diseases early, even before symptoms show. In banking, it fights fraud by spotting unusual behavior in real time. In Netflix, big data decides which shows to make next, based on your watch history and millions of others. Scary? Maybe. Smart? Absolutely. Even governments use big data, tracking traffic, predicting crime hotspots, optimizing public services. It's not science fiction anymore. It's happening. The hype train. Now here's where the hype truly exploded. Startups began rebranding as data-driven. Investors started throwing millions at AI analytics platforms. Job postings for data scientists and data engineers skyrocketed. Suddenly, being in big data was like being in Silicon Valley in the early days of the internet. Everyone wanted in. Tech influencers hyped it. Business schools taught it. Companies feared missing out. It became a status symbol. Are we using big data? If not, you're behind. The phrase "data is the new oil" started making headlines. But unlike oil, data is renewable, infinite, and constantly evolving. The dark side. Of course, there's a flip side. Big data isn't all glitz and growth charts. It raises serious concerns. Privacy. How much do companies really know about you? Surveillance. Are we trading convenience for control? Bias. Data can reflect human prejudice and AI can amplify it. Big data without ethics becomes dangerous, and not every company uses it responsibly. We've already seen scandals, like Cambridge Analytica, where data was weaponized for manipulation. So yes, big data is powerful, but like all power, it needs checks and balances. So, how did big data become the hottest trend overnight? It didn't happen overnight, really. It simmered for years, waiting for the right moment. Then the tech caught up. The world went digital, and everything changed. Now, big data shapes what we watch, what we buy, how we vote, and even how long we live. It's not just a trend anymore, it's the new normal. And the real question now is, are we ready for what comes next? If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. There's a lot more to explore in the world of data, AI, and beyond. Until next time, stay curious.